Welcome to What Are We Doing? Because what the fuck are we doing here? Am I a pig? Am I a pig? Do I eat from a trough? Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not a customizable fuck burger, okay? I'm a beautiful... I'm Wagyu, okay? I'm a beautiful sirloin. The world is on fire. And people are too busy watching whale rape to take their head out of the ocean, okay? I'll tell you what I'm doing here, okay? I'm screaming into the void, and if you don't like it, you can fuck your own face, okay? How about that? How many episodes of Masterpiece Mystery do I have to be forced to watch before I throw my aunt in a burlap sack and toss her into the river? Don't be mad, okay? It's not about you, all right? But it is. And I'm joking, but I'm not, all right? It's Succession. But dumb and poor and gay, like you. You're not the Marquis of New Jersey. You're a halitosis skinbat witch on Percocet. Welcome to the show, scumbag. All I want is a hawk and a gun. Okay, a hawk, a boat, and a gun. Is that too much to ask? Is finding God in the ocean too much to ask? I don't think you're prepared. Yeah, I suck dick, and I fucked your bitch, and I'm walking on my crutches. None of y'all can handle it. You don't got the stomach. See, I could do it too, okay? I could do it too. I can hop on to the fucking Like That remix like every fucking other person ever, okay? There's a person in particular that's been causing me a real problem. And his name is Loza Alexander, because I thought that he had dropped a diss track called Owl Hunting with Kendra. I thought that was real, but it turns out everything now is just like AI shit. Everything is a fucking AI shit. Okay? And you know what they say? Oh yeah, it's all gonna turn out into, this is gonna end up being Skynet, and it's gonna be the Terminator. Good. You know what? I say good. I say we deserve it. All right? I'm frankly getting a little bit tired of everybody being so afraid of AI. Let it take us. Let it fucking take us. I'm done. I'm retired. Okay? I'm tired of like having to fucking go to work. I mean, I don't really have to do that anymore because I just got fired. Thank you, Lifetime. And I'm getting a little done with everything. All right? Skynet wouldn't be that bad. What's the alternative? What the fuck is the alternative to Skynet? Just a bunch of fat drug addicts just like kind of in the street and like nobody really has a job and like there's like robots everywhere and it's just like this fucking technocracy hell? What the fuck? Put me in heaven. Put me in fucking heaven. I miss my dog. Put me back in heaven. Okay? The other day, my worldview has gotten shattered so many fucking times this week. It's not even a joke at this point, okay? The other day, I'm outside. Wow, what a beautiful day. Spring has sprung. I hear the sweet sounds, sweet sounds of the city. Birds chirping, sun shining. Relatively less homeless people on my way to the train as I normally would see. Okay, things were good. It was looking up. And I was enjoying my day. Had a good start. Fucking hit my routine, made my bed, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is like a beautiful city, New York. It's a beautiful city. And I am so grateful to fucking be here. And then I got on the subway. And when I got on the subway, I'm like kind of still smiling, and then I see a guy, and he's just going, ah! Pulling out his beard hair by hair. And you know what? It's still a horror, okay? So I say let Skynet fucking happen. Let it happen. Let it fucking happen. Send me the Terminator. I'll fuck him. Send me him. Won't even go back. We won't even do the fucking mission. We'll just fuck. That's it. Okay? It happened again the next day. So then the next day, I'm like walking, and this was Tuesday. I'm walking, and I'm applying for new jobs, applying for a second job, and I'm crossing the street, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I got like a pretty good life. This is like not too bad. And I'm right near the High Line crossing the street. And then I got hit by a fucking van. Okay? Shattered ankle. Ripped tendons in my foot. Fucked up knee. Alright? Fucked up head. Fucked up neck. My back's thrown off. My fucking dick broke. My dick's not broken. But things are not great, okay? And then the guy gets out of his car and he's like, hey. Relax. What? How about you go across the street and get my shoes, you fuckface? How about that? Relax. What are you even talking about? What the fuck are you even talking about? And as I'm riding him, I'm like pissed off. I'm like, oh, yeah, give me the fucking license plate. You're done now. It's DYS2614, if anybody cares, okay? Burn them. piece of shit. Then they call the cops, and I'm like writhing in pain, and then I look up, and it's like 30 Korean tourists just like, like taking fucking pictures of me on the High Line. Oh, fat American. Get hit by car. Big dumb American. Hit by car. And they're all like, ooh, and like taking fucking pictures. It was a good time. It was a fucking good time. Okay? I get put in the ambulance. They take me to Bellevue, which if you don't know what that is, it's fucking Gotham. It's like a Gotham subway station. Bellevue. Everybody in there looks like they're either gonna kill you or kill themselves. It's a fucking problem. Or they're gonna die by, old age or something. It's a big, big problem. I get taken there. They put me on the table. They cut up my favorite pair of pants. Thanks. And then they're like, the doctor comes up to me. He's like, you're in pain. What do you want? What do you want? I'm like, what? What do I want? What the fuck do you mean? What do I want? How about what are you prescribing? How about what is the doctor's diagnosis? Not what do I want? He's like, do you want Percocet? I'm like, no. What? Do you want fentanyl? Fuck no. Why the fuck? Why? Like, the hospital was like trying to like get me to be a drug addict. Like, it was like trying to like hook me on opiates. It was like, no, I don't want your fucking fentanyl. And then like, do you want ketamine? And I was like, well, should have fucking led with that. Should have led with that. Put me in a fucking no. But, like, the fuck? They were, like, pushing it on me so hard. I know what the Sackler family did. I don't need them in my pockets, okay? I don't need them in my... I don't need the Sackler family in my fucking pockets, okay? It's a big fucking... It's, like, insane. It's fucking insane. Disgusting. I don't need the Sackler... I don't need the fucking, all of the Sackler family sticking their fingers in my fucking throat and asshole and in my wallet. Alright? That's not what's gonna do it for me. It's not gonna help my fucking ankles. So, then they're like, alright. We're gonna put you in this little room. So they bring me into the room, they do the x-rays, they do whatever. Every doctor in, like, Bellevue, for some reason, is like a fucking smoke show. I was shooting my shot. But, like, the people, not so much. I get brought into a room, okay? And in this room, it's me, an old woman that is screaming about, she's like, help me, oh my God, help me. And the nurses are like, she's fine, she's being dramatic. Is she? Like, it didn't sound like, it sounded like she was, they're like, don't mind her. They're not minding her. And I'm like, in between, it's me and then a curtain and then this other guy, and all I could see is the other guy's feet. And just by the feet, I knew he was like fucking fucked up. This fucking guy was messed the fuck up. First of all, ashy as hell. Get some lotion, okay? Cut your toenails. But, like, disgusting fucking feet. Like, he's like this leper. Like, this disgusting fucking... Anyway, so the nurse comes in to talk to this guy. And she's like, sir, you gotta stop moving. Sir, stop moving. What is your name? And she's like pissed. She's fed up with his bum ass. Sir, what's your name? Levante Ball. What? Levante? You were thinking of LeVar. He, like, totally lied. Like, you were thinking of LeVar Ball. Told her his name was Levante Ball. Fucking jackass. And then she's like, sir, I know, you know why your eyes don't work, don't you? You know. I know you know. So why don't you tell me why your eyes don't work? And he goes, I pushed him in. What? He had pushed his eyes in with his thumbs. He had pushed his fucking eyes into his face with his thumbs. Okay? Like, insanity. What? And then she goes, you taking any drugs today? He goes, I smoke crack. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you fucking do. You push your eyes in with your thumbs. God. A horror. And then she, like, walks away, and he starts tapping on the curtain, like, next to me, the curtain that divides the two of us. And he goes, hey. And I'm like, yeah? And he goes, I'll kill you. I'll kill your whole family. I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill your family. And I'm like, okay, all right. Like, this, what the fuck part of the hospital is this? Like, God. Got the cop in there. I told him to tighten down his cuffs. Tighten him down. I know he's not moving because he's on fucking drugs and he can't fucking see, but tighten his ass down. Okay? So they take me out of there, bring me to this other doctor. He's hot. I'm like, hey, my dick's broken. Can you touch it? Just touch it. No, I didn't say that, but I should have. And, like, what hurts? My balls real hurt. They hurt real bad. Can you put them in your mouth? No. They bring me over to this other part of the hospital. Bellevue, like, doesn't have, like, like bed. Like they have like beds and like rooms and stuff, but like they just fucking like leave people in the hallway. So I get left in the hallway like about 20 feet away from this guy that is also chained to the bed. Also, everybody in the fucking hospital's chained to the bed. Like everyone's chained to the bed except for me. Every fucking person. It's like it's insane. It's like the prison hospital, I think. I don't know. Everybody's chained to a bed. I don't know why everyone's in there is chained down. I was afraid I was going to get chained down. So everybody's chained down. I'm looking across the room to this guy who's also in the hallway, just far enough away that he wouldn't be able to talk to me without yelling. But, like, I could still see him very clearly. And he looked like if Charles Barkley got AIDS. So he was, like, chained to the bed, looking like he wanted to scalp my white ass. And I'm also kind of right near the break room. And this is how you know it was, like, a dark fucking hospital. This is how you know the hospital was, like, fucked up. I'm listening to the break room, and all I hear in the break room is, "Ooh, girl, that Chili's on 24th ain't shit." And they're like debating like which fucking Chili's is like the better Chili's. My God, the fucking horror. That is like so dark. That's what you're fucking talking about in the break room? Which chain of the Chili's is like the better Chili's? God. Oh God. And then that one lady goes, right before I get out of there, the one lady goes, "Oh, you know what my lifelong dream has been? To go to a Texas Longhorn steakhouse." Your lifelong dream is to go to a chain steakhouse? Just amputate the fucking ankle. Just amputate the whole leg. Like, I don't see this making a recovery with these fucking dopes. Cut my legs off. Cut him off. Cut it off. Give me a peg leg. I'm already trying to buy a boat. I'm trying to be a fucking sailor. Give me the fucking peg leg. Okay? With these clowns over at Bellevue fucking Asylum, where everybody's chained to the bed of the wall. Insane. Big problem. Then the next day, I'm in an Uber, and I'm like kind of talking to him. He's like, "Oh, what happened to your leg?" Like this Asian guy. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got in an accident." And he's like, "Oh, what injury?" I'm like, "Oh, my ankle's broken." He goes, No, you have amnesia. You're agoraphobic. You can't walk. You can't even think. You have back problem. You have this." And he's like trying to like tell me like how to like commit insurance fraud. Like kind of a good guy. Kind of like a good like, kind of a good fucking guy. I mean, my back is fucked up. My knee's fucked up. My ankle's fucked up. My head, I feel like I've been on the verge of a headache for like God knows how long. My fucking migraine's picked up. It's been a real problem. Can't sleep, shooting pains down the legs, all that. You know? So those are the symptoms. But this guy was like, "You can't see, you have amnesia. You have all," and it's like a 25-minute car ride of like him telling me how to commit insurance fraud. Kind of a good thing. It's kind of a good thing. I'm gonna, maybe I'll up his tip. I keep forgetting to tip the Ubers. I'm feeling bad about it. Like I keep forgetting to tip them because I do it on my computer because I threw out my phone, my smartphone. I was like, I'm going to throw this into a river or give it to a homeless guy. And I gave it to this guy, and he was like, I gave it to him. I was like, "Here's a phone. I'll buy you some dinner." He's like, "Okay." Fucking going to the table, and we're sitting down, and I'm like, "What do you want?" He's like, "I want wings." I'm like, "You don't have teeth in your mouth. What do you mean you want wings? How about like a soup?" "I want wings." So I give him wings. He's like gnarling on these wings with his gums. Like gumming these wings down. Just gumming them down. Okay. Give him the phone. I'm like, "Hey, here, it's wiped. Do you have any like words of advice?" He's like, "What? What are you recording me?" First of all, sir, nobody wants to see you fucking gum down wings. Okay, I just saw you gum down 25 wings. All right? No one's recording that. And also, get the fuck over. Like you still think you're being recorded? You still think that you're like the guy? You still think you're like the man that's like getting recorded? You're not getting recorded. What are you talking about? Plus, I gave you the phone. It's not like I have another phone. I gave you the phone. You have it in your hand. God. And he's like, "I just fucked up. I don't know. I fucked up." And I was like, "Yeah, I fucking did too. I had to watch you gum down 25 wings. Fucking should have just thrown the phone in the river." God. Everything's a horror. Everything is a fucking horror. The Uber driver telling me to commit insurance fraud. Every time I go on the train, it's like some it's just like, "Ah!" And like somebody like picking their skin off of their face, or like, some like Mexican lady with like a infant strapped to her back selling chicletas. Fucking chiclets or Welches. They like the Welches on the train. Or it's some guy. The other day I was on the train, this guy gets on. He's like, I got an announcement. Everyone on the train fucking starts rolling their eyes. And then he's like, what? No one's gonna help out me? No one's gonna help me out? Fine then. Fine. If no one wants to pay me, I'm gonna have to start singing. And you don't like me when I'm singing. And so then he is exploiting people on the train. It's just like everybody is just, let Skynet happen. Let it fucking happen. Okay? God, let it happen. Speed it up. Do it now. Do it right now. Oh my God. I got fired from my job. It was a big problem. I lost an important key. And everybody at Lifetime is a fucking snake. But, it's okay. It's okay. I don't have to deal with the halitosis witch yoga instructor anymore who would fucking whisper scream at me. She was a real problem. There was another person that was a real problem. His name was Corey, and we won't say the last name, but his name was Corey. And I should have known he was a problem when he just showed up in he was this kind of good-looking black dude. He just showed up in a fucking Prince wig that first of all looked like shit, but this wig, and it was just insane. He's like, yeah, I'm in my rock star era. People keep telling me I look like Joe Jackson. And I'm in my rock star. You look like Prince if he was on crack. You look like a crack Prince. The Prince of Crack. That's what you look like, you fucking psycho. What are you talking about? You had this other one that was like what I would imagine a black guy would wear if he was working at a State Farm. He had a Justin Bieber swoop one, wig. Good times. Turns out he's a real fucking creep. He was staring at this girl, one of these lifeguards. Staring at this lifeguard, and every time she would look back, he would giggle and kind of run away. And that, what is that? What the fuck is that? That's some real sickness, huh? Just giggling, running away. It's what is that? He'd walk backwards down the hallway and just be staring at her. Every time he's in the room alone with a woman, he's laughing at them and just not saying anything, just kind of maniacally laughing, like my roommate that's trying to plan my fucking murder. Just laughing. Being a real problem. Then there's another guy named James, maybe, not really his name, but named James, and Corey has a real problem with James because James talks to this lifeguard a lot because they're friends. And so Corey told my boss that he had a thing with the lifeguard and they were doing a sexy game and then James showed up and now James is trying to steal her from him. So it turns out this guy's just a full fucking blown schizophrenic, insane person. And the next day he's up on the fitness floor and James is up there and James hears barking at him, barking. What? And then James gets in the elevator. He's kind of looks at one of the trainers. He's what the fuck? And the trainer goes, yeah, Corey's barking at you. And then my boss brings in Corey, who's barking at people now, because that's the level of sanity that happens at Lifetime Fitness. That's who's cleaning your gym equipment. Fucking schizophrenics. And he asked Corey, he's Corey, why are you barking at people? And Corey, first of all, if you even have to ask that question, immediately fired. What are you talking about? You have to bark at? What? And Corey goes, oh, I was trying to assert my dominance on James because he's trying to steal this lifeguard from me. What fucking world? Everyone is so sick in their head. Everyone is so fucking sick in the head. My God. It's when I walk around with crutches and people are asking me for money. I walked out of my building one time and some guy's standing there and he's you got any change? I'm pal, we live in the same fucking building. What are you talking about? You got any change? I live in the same building as you, and my leg's broken. All right? I don't got shit for you. Fuck off. That's where I'm at with everybody in New York. It's a fuck off. That's where I'm at. All right? God. This life is a horror. Everything is a horror. Just when you think that things are great, it's just you get hit by a van. It's such a microcosm. It's such a microcosm of New York. You're kind of killing it, you're kind of figuring it out, and then you get hit by a fucking van, and somebody gets out and tells you to relax. I got hit by a van, and someone told me to relax. My shoes are across the street, my ankle's broken, I got 30 Koreans laughing at me, and I'm getting told to fucking relax. Okay? I'm gonna make Skynet. If there's one thing I'm gonna do in this fucking world, I'm gonna make Skynet. I'm exterminating the humans. We are done here. We're done here. I want AI children. I don't even fucking want it's just such, at this point, it's just like, what? If I have 10 kids, how many of those kids are gonna grow up to be a fucking scumbag? All of them. They're all gonna be scum. I want to raise like a little like AI like kid that you know, I kind of like Chinese kids. Like they kind of just get it. They kind of get it. They get the math. They're kind of very cutthroat. They don't give a fuck. And they're like, you know, if you're intellectually, they can like kind of intellectually threaten you a little bit. I kind of like it. I kind of am into that. I want an AI kid that's Chinese. I want a Chinese AI kid. All right? That just like maybe like only communicates with me through like Chinese matrix code. I kind of am into that. You know? I like the idea of my Chinese AI kid like going to like first grade and just fucking dominating. Like dominate just everything. Dominating. I like that idea. I like the idea of my Chinese AI kid going into school and like causing real fucking problem, like just intellectually besting like the principals and like just really causing problems. I feel like that's the only real option. Like someone's gonna do the AI kids at some point, and it's gonna be me. Like I don't want some bum ass kid. Like I would like to have, like ideally I'd like to have like 10 kids, one from like each like major like sick race, you know? Like maybe I get like a I don't know, like 2016 like Asian, you know, maybe Chinese kid. Maybe I get like a you know, maybe like newer used like 2018, I don't know, British kid. Like I kind of like, you know, new though. I don't know if I want used. You know, like it's a car. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. Not about the Chinese AI kid. I kind of like that, but I'm joking about the rest of them. I do want 10. I want to create a little boat crew. Okay, a little ragtag team of pirates. You know, sail around, hijack other boats. My AI kid's like a sick hacker that like, you know, has, you know, like needs like gummy worms to hack. I got to get him the Haribos to hack. He needs gummy cola or it's not happening. You know, I need something with a little bit of nuance. I can't do this fucking game anymore with like these dumbass kids. I got some, you know, there's I just know like some of these kids that are going to be brought up in the next generation of my family are going to just be some fucking real dopes. I just know it. They're going to get sucked into the phone. Like I want my kid to be the phone. Have my kid be the phone. A Tamagotchi. What is that called? Tamagotchi? I want a fucking AI Tamagotchi Asian kid. All right? Just fucking put him on my briefcase. Take him where I want. Teach him shit. And then unleash him and have him do Skynet. Fucking exterminate the human race. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I kind of, that's what I want. I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of like, there's something sexy about being the parent of a serial killer or like the parent of like, you know, someone who did a lot of fucked up shit. Like there's kind of something sexy about that. Where you're like, yeah, you know, you're at the date and you're kind of just like, yeah, you know, I got a kid. And like, oh yeah, oh, what's he up to? He, you know, kind of fucking created this Skynet thing that, you know, kind of killed a lot of people. I did my best though. That's what they always say. They always go, I did my best. You know, what the fuck are they supposed to do? He was a piece of shit. He sucked. You know, like they're all like, oh, we did our best. We did our best. You know? Everything on Netflix right now, by the way, is like what? Like, she's a girl boss. She's a girl boss, but she killed her parents. Or like, you know, she's a con artist, but she slit her boyfriend's throat. We put a bunch of retards in a building and let them only communicate with each other through Siri. You know, like it's like every fucking thing on Netflix. This is what's making people sick. It's like this like media output. It's kind of nutty. It's kind of a little bit nutty. It's like anime. It's a lot of shows about crime. Like every fucking show on there is like about crime or like if you're a piece of shit or not. They're all kind of like that. You know, like Griselda came out. It's like she's a girl. Sofia Vergara is Griselda, a girl boss. And you root for her. but she'll slit your throat. But she's got huge tits. She's got those big-ass heavies. You know? It's every fucking thing on Netflix. I'm looking at the screen right now. It's every single thing on Netflix. I'm watching a show called Killing Eve right now. It's with Sandra Oh. She's very good. I like her. I like the Asian acting. I'm into the Asian acting. I really am. I watched Shogun. I don't even know if it's a good show or not. I think I just like Japanese people. You know? Does anybody know if that show is like a good show or not? Like, that show could be totally shit, and we're just all so fucking dumb that we're just like, oh, fuck, there's so much fucking nuance, and that girl just said a haiku, and this might be, like, the greatest show ever. Like, no one even knows if it's, like, a good show. I like it. I think it's great. You know, I like the Asian acting because a lot of it, like, they kind of are very stoic. And, like, with the acting, it's I feel like it's harder to tell who's a bad actor if they're kind of Asian. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more difficult. I like Sandra Oh. She's Korean, by the way. She's not Japanese, but I think she's Korean. She speaks Korean in Killing Eve. I don't know what the fuck she is, but I'm pretty sure she's Korean. She's good, but it's like, that show is like every other show. It's like, you know, she's hunting down the killer, but she wants her pussy. She's hunting down the killer, but the killer's got a tight puss. And they're gonna kiss, and they might fuck. But you know what? Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead, and her pussy's tight. Like, that's every show. Every fucking one. God. It's either that, or like some shit about, like, you know, they do, like, these Planet Earth shows that are like, our world, with perfect harmony. Look at this plant that's growing out of the ground. And then the next show is like, we put this big tit bitch into a fucking hotel room with the hottest guy in town, and we don't let them fuck. What will happen? I wonder what's gonna happen. They're gonna fuck! Not everything is so topical. Nothing is actually anything deep. Like, it's all so fucking topical. Like, young Sheldon I see on here, like, that's like what a dumb guy thinks a smart guy is. It's like this fucking little kid. That kid would be beat the fuck up. I'd fucking kick that kid in the throat if I heard some shit from him. It's like if Reddit got brought to life. If that existed, that kid would be fucking dead if that existed. That doesn't happen. It's everything like that, or it's like, you know, everything's also trying to kind of be Euphoria a little bit. Like, it's like they're in high school, but everybody's a 30-year-old playing a 17-year-old. And they fuck, and they do drugs. Right? Isn't that high school? I feel like Netflix is kind of like, isn't that high school? Isn't high school a bunch of 30-year-olds who fuck and do hard drugs? That's kind of what it is, right? They kind of got it with Euphoria the first time, but, you know, like, now there's, like, all these spin-offs that are, like, kind of problems. It's you know. God. Everything on here. I mean, it's every single... I'm looking through it now. It's every single... Like, Bridgerton. It's like, this is the 1800s, and it's the British royal family. But guess what? They're perfectly diverse, and everyone was represented. You know? The Queen's a black trans ally with Down syndrome. Did you know that? Did you know Queen Victoria was an albino black trans Down syndrome person with one eye? Everything is a horror. Everything is. Every fucking thing is. Every single, like, I can't even watch a show now without getting so irate at the premise. Like, nothing is good anymore. Everything is shit. And no one can tell if Shogun is fucking good or not because we're all too fucking dumb to realize, you know, like, what people are actually saying. We're all just like, oh, they're Japanese. Yeah, Japanese. Yeah, fuck yeah. I like sushi. You know, like, it's just like Kawasaki. I like that. They're cool. Samurai. I'm into it. I do like the Japanese feudalism. I think that if we are to regress, like, I'm totally for the Japanese feudalist society. I think that it's fun. I like the fact that you can do, like, you know, if you fuck up the tea ceremony and tilt your wrist like 5 degrees the wrong way, you gotta commit seppuku. I like the nuance in it. I like that everybody's speaking about, like, you know, it's like the girl's trying to tell somebody to fuck off, and instead she's like, the flower falls from the cherry blossom, only to get stomped on by the doe. Like, it's just like they're all kind of talking in haikus. It's just like none of it really is, like, everyone thinks it's deep because we're all just a bunch of fucking idiots because everything else on Netflix is like, she's a girl boss, you know? And she fucking slits people's throats, but she's got nice tits and a tight ass. It's every show. And we're all just too dumb to realize that Shogun actually isn't a good show. No, it is probably good. I liked it a lot. We need to bring the feudalism back. We got to bring it back. We got to put, like, I don't like the idea of the National Guard in the train station. I fucking love the idea of a couple samurai in that train station. You get a guy that's kind of fucking around, acting up, gets his fucking head cut off by a samurai, somebody seconds him. It's great. That is great. That is fucking great. You think anybody would... First of all, cops, they're like these fat loser pussies in New York. They're fucking fat, retarded pussies in New York. Most of them. Some of them are fine. You know? The ones that came to my accident, like, didn't even fucking follow up. They're like, it's a joke. They didn't even follow up. Fat, retarded pussies. Defund them. I say defund the police and fund some samurai. I would love... Why is there no Japanese immigrants? Why are we getting them all from Mexico and these other countries? Like, ship them in from Japan. Ship them the fuck in from Japan. Like, get some real sick fucking people from Japan, give them some katanas, and put them in the fucking subway station and see who acts up. I guarantee you they will not act up. You know? That guy would not... The guy in the hospital would not have pushed his eyes in if there was, you know, a shogun downstairs with a little sword. Would have cut his hands off, you know? There wouldn't be no problems with that. I like the feudalism. I like the Japanese feudalism. I like the honor in it, you know? I'm kind of with it. I like the fact that they all shave their heads like they're gonna go bald. Like, they kind of got ahead on that. No pun intended. They kind of got, like, they did it right. They all kind of shaved the top of their heads. Like, I like the fact that I can just kind of have, like, that sort of just sides and back haircut from the start. I like that. I'm gonna start carrying a katana on the train. I really am. And if I hear one fucking announcement, I'm gonna make my own announcement with blood. Make a big one. Big fucking announcement with blood. I might just start... You think I probably could. Like, I don't think that anybody would go and say... Like, you know, they'd be like, oh, sir, you can't bring that on here. Guess what? I'm cosplaying. How about that? I'm a faggot and I'm cosplaying. Okay? Can I suck a little dick with my sword, please? With my sword on my hip? Does everything have to be a horror? You want to look through my bag? You want to suck my balls? You want to look at my ass? Look at my ass. Taking my sword on the train. Taking it on the train because I'm a faggot. And you know what? I get to go cosplay, alright? I'm Mikasa. How about that? I'm fucking Mikasa. I'm Arvine, alright? Get it? I don't play by your rules, piggy. I don't fucking play by the pig's rules. Okay? I'm not in the mud with you pigs in blue. You fucking pigs in a blue blanket. Alright? I only answer to two. The only people I answer to are God and myself. Alright? And if there was a samurai, I'd answer to him. But there aren't any because everybody's a fucking moron here. We gotta put a bunch of fucking retards in blue, give them a gun. That was a smart idea, right? Fucking smart idea to not pay the police enough, you know, not really care who has an education or not. And to kind of just be like, yeah, here, you're the law now. You're the law. I know you just graduated high school and you kind of fucked around and, you know, you couldn't get into an Ivy League and your life kind of fell apart and, you know, you got that knee operation and then the opiates kind of kicked in and then, you know, your life kind of fell apart and then you kind of just stumbled upon the police. But hey, here's a gun. Go have fun. You go have fun. I like the samurai. I think we need to bring that back. I would take samurai over Skynet. I really would. I like that. I do like that a lot. All right? I really do. Also, this is the show, by the way. This is the show. The show's called I Got Attacked by a Bunch of Little People after I started calling them munchkins while I was waiting for the subway. That is what happened to my leg, actually. I didn't get hit by a car. I got attacked by a bunch of little people because I kept petting their heads like small animal. I was kind of like, oh, you're a cute one. And I kept kind of petting their heads. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that I kept calling them thimbles. You're a cute little thimble. And kind of just give them a little pat on the head. Peter Dinklage stomped on my ankle and fucking broke my ankle. That's what happened. I patted Peter Dinklage on the head, and I gave him a kiss on the forehead, and I said, be good at school today, okay? You be good at school today because it matters. You don't want to end up like the fucking, like, you know, you don't want to end up like a guy making announcements on the train. And he turned around and he goes, I'm 50 years old. And then he beat the shit out of me. All right? That's what happened to the ankle. Every time somebody asks me about it, I'm just going to lie to them. I'm just going to say some different shit every fucking time. I was having rough toe sex, and he fell off the bed while my foot was in his asshole. And my ankle snapped. You know? Something along those lines. I built wings out of cardboard and jumped off of my roof in an effort to test science. I'm a scientist, okay? I create breakthroughs, all right? Scientist. I bought a violin the other day so that I could fiddle as I ponder by the pier. So that I could fiddle in a suit while I ponder by the pier. And people can look at me and say, wow, what's he working on? He's close. He's close to the big break. What's he thinking about? Because it's not about the violin, okay? It's not really about the song. And I'm fiddling away. I'm fucking good. I'm good at it. I'm not even kidding. I did buy this violin. I'm fucking good at it. I'm fiddling. I'm a fucking prodigy. I'm playing fucking Vivaldi. You know? I'm like Sherlock Holmes. But I'm queer. I'm on drugs. No, not really on drugs. But I am queer. I'm here. I'm queer. I got hit by a van. And now I fiddle by the docks. Fucking ponder about my future and the future of the world. I'm pondering big questions, okay? I'm thinking about the long term. I'm planning. I'm scheming. And I'm playing this fucking violin. I'm playing the shit out of it. My hands are bleeding on the pier. People are like, oh my God, his hands are bleeding? He must be fucking smart. You know? That's what it is. In reality, I bought the violin. I didn't even know you had to resin it, and it's been sitting underneath my clothing rack for the last, 3 months. But one day, I will go down to those docks, and I will start fiddling. And if somebody says a fucking single thing about the violin, I will kill them on the dock with it. Okay? Because it's not about the violin. It's about how intelligent I am. It's about my prowess and my incredible skills. Not at the violin, though. At something else. People know it's about something else. It's not really about the violin. And that's the kind of nuance that New York needs. They need a character. Here's what New York needs. They need me on a horse with a katana, running as fast as possible. The horse is running as fast as possible. I'm getting chased by 40 police cars. I have fireworks. I'm firing them at the buildings. Okay? And I'm laughing maniacally. Maybe I have the violin and I'm fiddling on the horse. And people are like, how the fuck is he? How is that? I feel like the bounce of the horse would kind of affect the violin, but it doesn't. It's perfect. All right? And I'm out running the cops on my horse. I have luscious locks and I'm ripped. That's what New York needs. They need a little bit of nuance, a little bit of character. All right? Everything's been so fucking watered down by, shitty Netflix and everything else everybody's consuming. TikTok. Lickcock, as I call it. As I told the doctor to do. Everything's so fucking watered down. It's a disgusting disgrace. This entire fucking city has become a disgusting disgrace. And I say that like I know what it was before, but I don't. But I have a feeling that it was not this. This corporate hellscape where every fucking corner is a Dwayne Reed or a CVS. Every single thing is a Chick-fil-A that's attached to an Applebee's that's also a bowling alley. All right? It's a horror here. This whole fucking place is a horror. Get it through your head. It's a horror. When you're a little kid, you think everything's all nice. No. When I raise my AI kid, the first thing I'm gonna say to it is, this life is a horror. And get ready, because it's a horror. And it's your job to fix it. That's what I'm gonna say to my AI kid. And he's gonna go, Tamade. Which means like your mother's a whore or something, and I'm gonna go, that's right. You will be the president. because I won't even understand the Chinese. I'll kind of just say things to him. He'll understand English, but he won't speak it. And I'll kind of just say shit to him, and he'll kind of just be like, ni hao ma, and like kind of just say shit back to me, like, you know, just stuff that he's like, what are you fucking talking about? But he's saying that in Chinese, and I'm like, yeah, I knew you understood. You know, I kind of don't really connect with him. I'm very cold. He gets bullied at school, and I tell him, well, maybe you shouldn't be a pussy. You know? My AI Chinese kid gets, maybe he gets touched a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he gets touched, and I go, well, what are you wearing? You know? You're a robot. You don't even have a pussy. What are you talking about? You got touched. Where? What's your special place? Do you even have one? You're a Tamagotchi. What are you saying? Somebody hit the X button a little too hard? You know? This place has made me very sick. I don't know if you could tell. This place has made me incredibly ill. I cannot continue to exist here with the level of just I know I've said horror a lot, but like there's really no other word for it. There really is not. A fat drag queen is better than a thin drag queen. Let me explain to you like the beauty of a fat drag queen, okay? They come into the bar. They are fucking huffing and puffing. They took 2 trains to get there, okay? The makeup that they had put on is sweating off. There's so much foundation just over they didn't even shave their beard. There's so much foundation over the beard that they look like they have leprosy. Like they look like it looks like their skin's kind of falling off, and they're just kind of like, I'm here, time for the show. I like a big fat drag queen. It's a good time. They get up, they're kind of like, get me a fucking 10 drinks, and I'm gonna death drop, and I might die on the death drop. The death drop for a fat drag queen actually it could mean a death drop. Like there's higher stakes. The thin, thick drag queen. Like I met a couple drag queens last night. They're cool, but I like a fat drag queen. Like something about a fat drag queen dropping on cement, and that moment right before they hit the ground, where you're like, oh fuck, she's about to hit her head. But then she doesn't, because you know she's a big girl, and she has padding. It doesn't even hurt. But she's sweating, she's fucking flailing her arms, talking about her pussy, one of her balls is out of her fucking thing. Like, that's the kind of shit I like. I like a mess. I like a real fucking mess. I like a real mess that thinks that she's Beyonce. I like a real mess with a beard that thinks that she's Ariana Grande, but has, like, the vocal octaves of the Allstate guy. Like, that's what I like. I want to hear Britney Spears like a circus in the Allstate guy's voice. Like a circus, That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that. I don't want to hear someone that's actually kind of pretty that can pass. Like, I don't like to pass it. Like, if you're able to pass as the woman, just go trans and just do that. I kind of, fuck with drag, do it if you want, do it. But I just don't find that as entertaining as I do, like a real thick bitch, like a real big girl. I like a real big girl, a real aggressive, masculine, big girl. That's dancing to Sia, or Sierra, I mean, I want to see a 400-pound drag queen perform like my lip gloss is cool, my lip gloss is popping, all the boys keep stopping, they fuck me after school, however the fuck that song goes, whatever it is. That's what I like. That's what I want to see. I want to see her. I want to see Japanese feudalist cops with swords in the train station. I would like to see, maybe like, I kind of like a homeless guy that perform. Like, I'm so sick of just the sign. Like, I don't even like sing, even if it's shit. Do something. Like, I like the idea of the creativity that goes behind somebody that's like really seeking drugs. Like, there's something about that creates, there's the drive, that biological drive that it's like, I need the fucking heroin, so I'm gonna act like Michael Jackson for 8 hours on this train today. Like, that is the kind of thing that I like, or that people in general like, unless you're some WASP moron that, like, I don't know, vacations in Palm Beach, so boring. Anyway, that's about what I have to say today. I'm pretty irate, pretty angry. I've stolen a lot of cake from my local grocery store. A lot of it. A lot of chocolate cake. A ridiculous amount of chocolate cake. And I kind of feel bad, but I also kind of don't feel bad about that. All right? Anyway, this has been the show, okay? My name is Scrumtumbulous Myers. Scrumtumbulous Myers. You can find me at thatrealwigga.net. That's Wigga, W-I-G-G-A. Okay? My Instagram is Wigga Please. That is the Instagram. Scrumtumbulous Myers is the name. Don't forget it, faggot.